Okay, so in this video, I will explain how we are using the grants from Google. So I'm going to create a service, and for creating this is first of all, let me tell you about this platform. This is a platform where healers can make their services, and you can book against those services. This is how our websites look like right now. They're going to be healers, and they're going to be services people can make booking against. So this is how the healers will look like, and this is how the services that are to be booked will look like in our marketplace. And you have to connect your Google account, your Google calendar, basically, to create events and configurations against those. So I'm going to give it a grant to create a service. Yes, it's asked me which calendar I want to connect. I'm going to select Google, and then this grant will be used to get access to someone's calendar, and then we can create events against those calendars and create a configuration against those calendars. I'm going to allow the access, and it's just I'm going to give this account as yeah, access and this. Okay, so let me explain the grants again. I'm going to look at their events. I'm going to able to create an event and edit that event against healer's calendar, because, like I mentioned in the previous video, we want to create events that people can book and people can see and be part of. So that is why a healer has to give consent for their calendar, so we can create events against those. And also, we want to use someone's edit access on someone's calendar, because again we're going to create events against those, so we do need those. And we also need to see their full name, profile picture, and their other personal information. So I click continue, and I give it the grant. Okay, and then I go to create service. We just go to create service. Yes, and I'm going to select it to be a group class in the workshop. I'm going to set the capacity to be 20. I'm going to write the name. This is a test group booking. It is going to be just like a class, and people will be make a booking against this event. This is a test event, and I'm going to and yes, you can also select when you want to repeat that event. And yes, use this flexible heart rate and use 20. Next is going to be virtual, and I'm going to auto generated test. And next, sure, I will get an email now that I have been invited to an event. Let's see if I have been invited. Yes. So this is how it works. I was a healer. I created an event. This event is going to be like a reminder event for me that I created an event, and I'm going to be part of it. And then this is going to be a test group booking, and people can make events like these. And they, when they pay for our service, they can just be added in these events. So this is one flow of our application, is that people create events on their calendar and add other people to be part of that event. So that is why we need the event scope, because we are going to create services that are going to allow people to be added in these events or create events with those healers. So yes, after paying a certain amount, they get this invitation like this. That is why we need the invitation grant. Now I'm going to show you what happens when you create a 101, and how we are using the other information from the calendar. So basically, I'm going to create a 101 configuration. I'm going to call it 101 Google, and yeah. So I'm going to give it modality this and this and this, and maybe a 30-minute time slot to be provided to this event or configuration. I'm going to call okay, please be participant. Great. Okay, let me log in with another account so I can show that to you how it works. I'm going to log in with another account that has the permissions. User and log in as. So taking a little time. It should go on dashboard, and then let me start as this. Okay, so I'm going to create a service. It's going to be 101, and I need to show you why we need the grant to edit someone's calendar. So I'm going to write test and this and this and test. Gonna be the slots are going to be for 30 minutes, and this, this, and this, do 30. That's right, do 30. Let's go. And okay, so we are using Nylas. If I didn't mention that to you, we are going to use Nylas. We connect actually Nylas to Google, and that is why we need these grants because we're going to use Nylas, and Nylas is going to communicate with Google, and then we can also set a person's availability. Like if someone says they don't want to take a class on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we can also change that through Nylas. That is why we do the whole process of getting a grant from Google, and then that grant is used by Nylas to do the rest for us. That is why we need the edit permission on someone's calendar as well, because we're going to set the availability for those healers as well. This. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I can book these and how this flow looks when someone comes to book it. Okay, I'm gonna do it here. In a second. Let me fetch that. Okay, so that was my group booking. So if someone wants to book that test booking, which is going to be for group, they just come in, they start a checkup session, and then they will get here, and this person will be invited to the group booking. Okay, so this is how the booking is done, and I will get an email now that hey, I've been added in this event like this, and whenever someone will hold the class, I will be part of this virtual meeting. So now I'm going to show you how it looks for 101. Okay, let's do this in a second. Yeah, so yeah, this was the 101, and because I set the availability to be a certain days, and Nylas availability component is going to fetch every setting that I have made using that configuration against someone's calendar. I'm going to book this slot, and it will just do the booking for me, and I will show the how it looks like on the calendar to you as well. Link not found. Yeah, but let me just show you how it looks like on someone's calendar. Someone's calendar is going to look like this. Where's my calendar? Here is my calendar. You can see all these meetings that I have generated on my calendar. This is how I want to look. So someone creates a configuration against my calendar, I get the notification. If someone makes a service against it, I get a notification. It should show on my calendar, and that is why we are building this whole platform. So healers could just see everything they are doing on their calendars, and it should just show on their calendars. Because we're using events for group class bookings, and then we're using the Nylas one-on-one component for one-on-one meetings. Yes, I hope this clears everything up. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me and accept our grant.